My name is Sebastian Gligor. I'm 28 years old. I was diagnosed with MS 8 years ago.
I was diagnosed with MS about 8 years ago, and it's getting worse now as time goes.
My name is Patrick McBride. I am 40 years old, and I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis 17 years ago when I was in the US military. I was in flight school to become a pilot, and I knew that career was over.
What are your MS symptoms? What's the worst of it?
The worst would be my balance control. I don't have much control of my balance.
My legs became very weak and I couldn't stand up straight. My back from straight went down.
The greatest fear for anyone with MS usually is ending up in a wheelchair. And that was my #1 fear until a couple of months ago, until I started having speech difficulties.
I used to travel a lot and do some trekking,
Yes.
but I cannot anymore.
Recently, we started to implement and to treat the patients with multiple sclerosis with a very unique and very recently found method, treatment of CCSVI. This new approach of treatment was performed by Associate Professor Ivo Petrov and Professor Grizdinsky.
Because of the pioneer work of Professor Zamboni, the interest about CCSVI and the relationship, the probable relationship between CCSVI and the multiple sclerosis is very big now. The result of the treatment has several very important features. Maybe the most important part to prove the result of CCSVI endovascular treatment is to convince the neurologists in the value of endovascular treatment of CCSVI.
Our main goal is to stop the progression of the MS. If we can achieve that, that will be very, very good. The other thing that we would like to achieve is some improvements. So far from our, I could say, pretty big experience, I can say that we have achieved a very, very good results. More than 60–70% of these patients are getting better.
Up to now, we have experience with over 600 patients from all over the world, not only from Europe, but also from Canada, United States of America, South America, and other countries. Thus, we became the biggest center in the world for treatment of CCSVI patients and with the biggest experience.
We started with diagnosis of CCSVI in the middle of last year, 2009, and from the beginning of 2010 we started with the endovascular treatment of venous insufficiency in patients with CCSVI.
As a hospital, our #1 concern is the patient experience. We're an international hospital and we've rapidly gained experience on the international market. One of the ways we've done this is because patients are very satisfied. We use a survey method to collect patient experiences and perceptions of our service, and we use the results to change and improve our service. Also, we have really good connections with patient groups who are also driving the CCSVI movement around the world. So it's really important to us to have really good, well-established links with them to collect all their impressions and all their different opinions of how our service should be. We've made numerous changes since we began our CCSVI program.
I just went through the liberation procedure last night at about 7 o'clock with Dr. Petro.
I felt very safe and confident in the doctors and the assistants.
I feel that I do feel better. My energy level seems good, even with the little I have been doing when I wake up in the morning. I wake up and I'm just awake, whereas usually I'd sell my soul to go back to sleep.
When I woke up this morning, it was for the first time in years, going into the bathroom and I'm brushing my teeth and I'm smiling because I didn't have to position myself so I was leaning against the wall or holding on to the sink.
My life has begun again.
I knew I was having trouble with memory, and I knew it was bad, but I didn't know to what extent. And it's almost like when it lifted, the self-confidence, the self-esteem has all come back.
I'm lucky to be one of the people here.
Tokuda, Japan has over 280 medical facilities. The first hospital, multi-profile hospital for acute treatment outside Japan, was built in Bulgaria, Sofia. Being a very modern hospital with state-of-the-art technologies and skillful and very well-known doctors all over the world, our hospital are open and flexible for implementation of new technologies, because implementing these new techniques of treatment of the patients, we are giving our contribution to the healthcare all over the world.
The patient's involved in every single step, from the first email we receive to Professor Grozdinsky and his team, all the way to the final discharge and follow-up care. We have constant communication with their patients, and also we collect all the information they give us about they may have different types of requirements.
Quality of our services is guaranteed by, from one side, very clear and very strict protocol of doing medical activities and medical services, and from another side of monitoring of patients' opinion.
I'm still very young, and I want people to know about this CCSVI and understand that it creates a new life. I can start again.
I have a fiance, I want to get married, I want to start a family, you know, so this is the best opportunity for this.
There is hope. There is hope.
The first principle of the medicine is primum non nocere in Latin. So first, not damage the patient. I'm absolutely convinced that the procedure that we are doing is really absolutely safe. We don't have a real and big complication.
With this treatment, we believe and we have proven so far that we can help these patients.
I'm proud to say that our doctors, following the philosophy of Dr. Tokuda, all living beings are created equal, are very well known and accepted in the whole world with their medical expertise and their devotion to the patient.
Our #1 goal is to meet patient expectations.